Firstly, I would like to invite Professor Koirala. Professor Koirala is educational philosopher, and he has had, national and international experiences in the field of school and higher education. So recently, for the last few years, he has been fully devoting his time to exploration of the teaching of Sanatana Granthas. So he has translated, very spiritual text uh, into common Nepali language and guiding us to the path of liberation and global well-being. Now over to you, Professor.
Thank you. Namaskar, everybody. I don't know that much, but I will try to say something what I understood from Gita. Let me begin with the. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Let's begin with the kind of the concept. We, the person, are made of three things: matter, mind, and energy. Arjuna represents matter, and Krishna represents the kind of energy or the cosmic energy or whatever consciousness or the wave or whatever name we want to give. And he teaches us that it's a way, it's a cyclic thinking that we are supposed to think. We burn and we die, and after death, we'll have a kind of birth. So this is one type of understanding that I have from Gita. The second one is a kind of balance. We are supposed to balance the three things together: the mind, matter, and the energy or the consciousness, whatever. And Krishna represents the consciousness. This way I can understand. And Arjuna represents the energy, matter, and mind. So matter and mind has a kind of different perspectives to look at things, and energy will lead to that destination. Or say energy or the conscience is the only what Gita says, the Bidya. That type of understanding is there in Gita. The third thing that I realize is that the tranquility is essential. Tranquility of cosmic energy with the individual energy, because we have also the individual energy, and there is also the cosmic energy in the world. The cosmic energy and the individual energy has a connection, but how to connect is a kind of question. There are different ways. Gita says the yoga is the best way, and in yoga as well, there are different types of approaches that Gita says. For example, if we talk about the Shiva, is a cosmic energy, but in a static form. If we talk about the kind of this same cosmic energy in a active form, that's Krishna. And if you think that static energy sometimes comes to the hostility, and that's Rudra or the Kali. If we talk about the kind of Advait, or the God is one, we talk Shiva, Krishna, and Rudra. If we try to understand these two things together, then we have Dvait understanding, that is Shiva and Parvati, Krishna and Radha, and Rudra with Kali. So this is the type of understanding that we must have to have when we understand, we study Gita. Once we have the tranquility of the mental state, the individual level, we can get this we can ensure the tranquility of the cosmic energy where there is a connection, and we can connect it. That's kind of understanding that I have from the Gita. When the philosophically, if we try to understand Gita, there's a dharma, niskam karma, these are the basic philosophy that we can see in Gita. Once we talk about the dharma, this is a natural law which is related to Newton's understanding, which is related to the causality, which can be related to the quantum physics, quantum mechanics, or which can be related to the thermodynamics. And this is a kind of understanding about the interdependence of all these beings and the non-beings. So this is a type of understanding that the Gita gave. And once we have this karma, then we are supposed to have a kind of action. Without action, we can't do that. So these two, and again, the karma is associated with the what it calls a niskam karma. That means we'll not be will not be very much concerned about the result that is there. So this is another type of understanding that I have from Gita. The next understanding that I have is kind of Atma and the Paramatma. When we talk about the Atma and the Paramatma, it sounds just like a difficult word to understand, but if we try to understand it, if you try to understand it in a simpler manner, this individual individual energy, which is part of the cosmic energy, is Atma, and total cosmic energy is Paramatma. So this is Atma and Paramatma are always connected, and we what is called Amsa and Amsi. Amsa is a part, and Amsi is total. So the cosmic energy is total, and individual energy is a kind of Amsa, the fraction or the part of it. So we are connected. This is where we can understand the metaphysical connections of the individual with the cosmic world. The next understanding that I have is about the kind of yoga. Yoga is not the what we call asana, and this asana is something different. Asana is a simple position, but we these days talk about the kind of asana equals to yoga, but yoga is different. Once we have the yoga, we'll have the connection of the individual soul with the cosmic soul, or the individual energy with the cosmic energy. But if we try to see the sciences in it, the neurological sciences, physiological sciences, and the psychological sciences, and the science of consciousness are associated with the yoga. We try to understand the yoga from that lens, then yoga will have yoga will give us a different understanding that yoga is not the asana only. Yoga is not the kind of other business, such a kind of the breathing or something like that. But it's yoga is a connection, and breathing and this asana, the position, is a supporting mechanism. So this is another type of understanding that I have. It is possible to have the tranquility of the mind, because our mind is active and it's always running and running. And the people talk more about the kind of mental mind is running and it's very difficult to control. But Gita gives another type of understanding. And if you try to see this connection of the science with the Gita, cosmic equilibrium and the mental equilibrium will be ensured, and then we'll understand the metaphysical connections once we talk about the tranquility. So tranquility is possible. This is where the knowledge comes from, the tranquil mind. During those days, people didn't have the kind of books or something like that to study, but they studied totality. In totality, I mean they understood the cosmic energy, and then try to connect with this kind of individual energy. So this is a connection, and they claim that's a metaphysical connection. This is what Gita also teaches us. And timelessness. Sometimes what happens that we talk about the time, and that's the time is measurable. When we talk time travel is the hypothetical travel of the distance, And when we talk about the back travel, and we also talk about the timelessness. So Gita teaches us the time travel, back travel, and also timelessness as well. So Gita gives this type of understanding. And there is another type of understanding about the three guna, or nirguna, or gunatit. That means matter, cosmic energy, and the process of being matter and energyless. Sometimes what happens that once we have the energylessness, we'll reach to that destination. So we can be guna. With guna means sattva rajatama, there's three gunas are there, three qualities of the person. These three qualities can be merged into one, and then that time will be a type of gunatit. This is understanding. And finally, I understood that attachment and the detachment is there. Once we talk more about the energy and the matter and the mind, we will be attached. If we talk more, or if we delve ourselves into the kind of the cosmic energy, then we'll be detached. So this is what the Gita says, that there are ways to be attached and there are ways to be detached as well. So if we love this cosmic energy, then we'll be detached. If we love to the matter and the mind, will be attached. Attachment is a misery, and the detachment is a kind of happiness. This is what I understood from the Gita. Thanks, Dr. Kamali, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for everybody. Thank you. Namaskar.